Welcome to NG+40 Part 2, hopefully the last part. Here's Vanilla as a guest.
Hi Smite, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Let's try Spell Sword with Flame Barrier. I was talking about Archmage being worse at it, and now we're gonna see what this is capable of.
Yeah, the spell sword should be actually pretty good here. Is this the best class to do a New Game Plus 40 on?
This is the best class for getting rid of the bosses.
Wow.
I'm confident in my ability to win with this one.
I would hope so.
Archmage had trouble, but this is the bigger flames make it even harder for the slimes to jump through there, but they also do, I don't know why, but they do so much more damage than Archmage. I mean, you would think that the Archmage one thing would be that it would have the highest magic damage, but it doesn't, not with the empowered spells.
I just don't like the Archmage as a character in general. I just think it's too weak, and the only upside to it is really the time stop thing it has, if you manage to roll that.
There's a giant red slime because spawned in damage. There's two. That's what I thought. It's something like that. I'm not sure what causes it, but it always happens when I'm doing this.
Is that like a glitch or what?
Yeah, but it's just a graphical kind of thing.
Jeez, you're really doing a lot of damage to these.
Yeah, this doesn't even feel like NG+40 with this guy. He actually is really good at this. I just need to be extremely careful with damage.
How many hits can you take before you die?
Probably 3 or 4.
Jeez.
Spell Sword has a lot more HP than Archmage. Archmage died in one shot. It's kind of pathetic.
Yeah,
how much better this class is.
That's pretty rough. What runes are you using?
Flight. I got a sprint and jump. I don't know why, but I have a double jump rune on. I guess it just makes it a little faster to get up top. Stereo Blind was on this character, and you can see why it's a huge pain in the ass on this boss, because one of those wizards is invisible and he's scaring the hell out of me. So what happened is, that's the trait that makes things have that Paper Mario turn effect, and those wizards, when they do it and they cast a spell right at that point when they're turning, they just disappear forever.
Wow.
You got invisible enemies flying around that hit you for flag 5. There's another one! They hit you for so much, and you can only see them through the trail that they leave. They're so scary.
Yeah, I can see that making this fight really a pain in the ass.
I want to get rid of him immediately. I'm afraid I'm going to run into him, and it's terrifying. He does so much damage. I don't need that. We got this, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Oh! Why? Why did you die?
I tried to get off the spikes in time. I was playing around with them, and I didn't make it.
Which one are you gonna choose?
So we got awful choices here, and here's I'm gonna try Archmage with Conflux.
What's
the idea? The idea is that I'll flood the screen with these because I've got 2,500 mana, and they only cost 22 each. So we're looking at quite a few casts there. 100.
Yeah, you should just spam it. Hope for the best, I guess.
It does. It has worked in the past, I should say, but I can't be confident that it's going to do enough damage anymore.
When I played, I never liked that spell. I don't like how random it gets when it starts bouncing around. It's
even worse now. Ever since the update, they made it like I guess it was supposed to always be this way, but you can see that when I touch them, they disappear. So I'm fast forwarding this just because it takes so much. It's just me sitting here throwing these, really.
Why would they change that? I don't understand why they would have it disappear when it hits you.
I guess it was a glitch that they never fixed. Wow, this is taking forever. Let's jump ahead again, huh?
Yeah, good idea.
So here I am with no mana left, no health because I got hit once or twice, and the boss is definitely not dead. Not even close. I could use another 1,000 mana to kill this thing.
This is what I would expect though from an Archmage. I just don't think they do enough damage.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the magicians. Why do their magic damage so bad? And I could win this, I guess, if all of them were small and I were playing just perfectly, but the Archmage is also piss-poor strength damage, so we're looking at a lot of fighting here. And I give it a shot, but it's just unrealistic to try.
It was a good attempt.
Goodbye, Sir Eyeball the 7th. And here we have awful choices, so let's just kill those. I'm not even going. I'm just cutting around, just trying to Seriously.
Wow. Is that like
Where
a
was-
5% chance?
It's 15%, but where was it with the spell sword? Come on! Two in a row. Get out of here. That would have been so nice to have on that one that almost won. And then I had another awful choice in a row. And it happened again! Like, give me a break, game. That was another Splunker. And then we had a Lich. And I'm not going to try with a Lich either, so... Here's 3 hairs down, and all 3 of them had Death Defy. All 3.
Why not the Lich? Is it just not enough damage?
Same problem as the Mage. His damage is different, but the mana pool depends on me going to kill enemies in the castle, and that's not an option anymore, so his mana pool's gonna be pathetic, and his HP starts at 40%, or something ridiculous like that. I think it's actually even lower than that.
So it would be a waste of an attempt.
It's like an Archmage without anything. I would like to have used Crowstorm, but it's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. Same problem as Conflux. I'm gonna run out, and it's only gonna be half dead.
It seems like you just have to suicide until you get the right combination of skills and traits.
At this point, Spell Sword, Archmage with Time Stop, I don't really know what else I can beat this guy with. PAD on an Assassin, maybe? This is a really good spell, though, for Spell Sword. I really like it. And you can do this with the room, and it totally works. It's harder because they changed Chakram, too. You catch these, but it's not as bad as Conflux. I can easily dodge these if I focus on it.
It seems a little bit more effective.
It definitely takes care of the situation. It just takes so many of them to kill one enemy at this point. It's so annoying.
I can see why you got the flight runes in there. I didn't realize how useful they were.
Oh yeah, I use those to chase down those wizards with less hassle. It's not like I'm a dragon, but 5 seconds almost of flight definitely helps me out.
Yeah.
At some point I switched out the other runes and got all flight.
That's a good idea. At least you can get away from the battle a little bit to take care of the wizards.
There were actually a couple more deaths in there where it was just Archmages and things that I didn't think were even worth showing off. There was just more battles that did not pay off at all. This boss is so hard now, and I don't want to sit here showing 40 minutes of me losing to him. But I'm pretty confident in Chakram Spell Sword. We got this right.
I hope so.
Finally, come on, stupid slime.
Please?
I've been dying to him. He probably took 6 or 7 arrows in this.
Wow. He's pretty much the hardest boss in the game, though, isn't he?
He still is. After all this time, he's still the only one that really gives me trouble. I might just not be that great at him because there are ways you can beat him without too much trouble. I have a hard time keeping track of the slimes.
Yeah, that was my problem too when I played this game, was the slimes kind of gave me problems. And there's just a lot going on in the fight.
I think my problem is that I'm rushing it. I think if I took my time and really did it in a boring way where I just sat in the corner and made them all come to one side, I would have an easier time.
Yeah, but that's why you have the world record. I mean, you do things fast.
I don't like doing that. It takes forever. There's a video of some guy doing this with Surly. That's the hard part of the Surly runs, definitely, Herodotus. But he took so long to do it because that's what he did. He made sure that he never got hit.
Now the Sir Lee run is just a level 1 run, right?
Level 0.
Level 0. Wow.
It's not just that, it's a no death run, so he can't get Paladin Shield or any weapon upgrades or anything like that.
That takes a lot of skill to do. I mean, this fight's not easy.
Oh, it definitely does, but I'm not going to show it off even if I can do it. I don't know if I can or not, but it is so boring. Like, it's unbelievably boring. People ask for it now and then, and I tell them that they wouldn't enjoy watching it.
Yeah,
I would fast forward the hell out of it.
it would take just too long, probably. I mean, this is taking forever.
Just the bosses, probably. Raw footage would take an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is taking forever, but They have way more HP than they should. I love this Chakrams.
It's at level 3,608 kind of kicking in, isn't it?
Yeah. We're getting there though, he's wearing down, I just need to not get hit.
This actually seems somewhat effective though. Like, it's not that bad of a strategy.
I need to grab that money so that the slimes can't hide in my pile of diamonds. Like that one there. I'm really worried that I'm going to jump down there and get hit by a slime. The large room is the other issue here. It's harder to keep track of them because you can't see them when you're flying around up here.
Yeah, but aren't they gonna be drawn towards your position no matter what? So, like you said earlier, you could just kind of hide in a corner and bring them over to one side, right?
They are, and that's what I do. That's why I'm switching sides all the time.
I wonder if you could do this with a dragon.
Yeah, I'm sure that you could, and that would be even more boring than anything I can imagine. It would take so freaking long.
Take a couple days.
It wouldn't be hard, per se. That's always been one of the classes that people say the dragon is good at cheesing bosses, and this is the one that they mean when they say that, usually. I guess Ponce is the other one that would be easy. Hey!
Congrats! Wow. That was
Finally.
It only took like what, 20 minutes?
5 minutes from the other video, and I think the raw footage for this is somewhere like 30 minutes of trying. But there he goes. We're finally ready for Johannes.
Finally. So, are you actually going to use this guy on the last boss, though?
Sure am, and here's a neat little trick. So all the meat has respawned by each boss room. You can easily teleport to all of it because Lock Castle. Get yourself healed up.
That's a good idea.
No, I'm confident that he won't kill me in one hit at least.
Do you still have to go through the tutorial level?
I'm not sure why it makes me go through there, but this time it did not.
Wonder what causes that.
Hey Johannes, I'm error number 260 probably, I don't even know.
What year is it for these guys?
It's in the 6,000th century or millennium or whatever. 6th millennium.
Jeez.
They should have mech warriors and shit.
Yeah, probably. So this boss, you're just trying to keep him away from you, mostly, right?
I'm a dwarf and I don't like that. I need to refill my mana every once in a while. But I should be using my chakrams to the fullest ability. That's the idea. I could throw them the other direction, but then they only hit him once. He's
Wow,
damn it.
just a one-hit death.
I don't like being a dwarf because I have to get next to that crazy jerk. And I never can tell when he's gonna swing. Sometimes he's just really into swinging his sword randomly and killing me.
So what are you doing here? You're changing out a lot of your armor?
I'm switching from what was a magic-based set and flight to a crit-based set with less flight. Give me some sprint and jumps.
Yeah, I don't imagine the flight's very useful anymore, for this fight at least.
Problem is, none of the runes really are. I guess Retribution is the only one that would be if I get hit. And then, that's pretty much it. 2 jumps is more than enough. I don't need any runes for this fight. They don't help. Grace runes, obviously, but I'm not using those. If I had knives on that spell sword, this is how— ow! This is how I would fight him. You could just lock him down in the back like that.
It would do enough damage to make it worthwhile.
Spell sword would. I mean, you can see he's dying. It works. I mean, I could just do this the whole time. I'm not gonna do that though. Come here, Johans, let's fight.
I would have cheesed him out.
I'd feel bad ending NG+40 like that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, putting all that work into it, just to end it like that.
If I were a spell sword with daggers, it would have been a lot faster too, so.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you actually used his ability. I always forget about that one.
Yeah, I make sure he doesn't hit me unless he does it like that.
Gee.
I really like it when he throws axes because I can juggle him in the sky for a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like you're just trying to keep him, you know, when he throws the axes, you're just trying to juggle him a bit.
Not much to say about this boss though. He's the same as he's always been. He's just got a truckload of HP and a truckload of damage.
Yep.
Critting him for 1159, almost 1200 damage. Probably could be if I did the gear a little bit better or farmed some stats. But we're looking at so many hits to kill him.
Would you have to do some fairy chest farming at this point though, to really get anything?
Yeah, that's the only way, and I'm not gonna do that. So.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I suppose he is harder than he's ever been, except that I have that invisibility skill. I don't think it helps that much here, though. It helps me get out of corners, which is... I guess that could be a problem now and then. But that's not how he ever hits me. He hits me when he just... Like I said, he just swings his sword sometimes.
It's just kind of random.
I like to hit him and back off like that, and when I miss by a pixel, he always hits me. That's why I shielded myself there.
That's a good idea.
Finally, an eon later. I should have fast-forwarded this fight.
Yeah, it is quite a long fight. He does have a lot of HP.
I like that they heal you after this. That's a nice thing that they do.
Yeah, I can't imagine beating the fountain the first time you're playing the game without being healed up like this.
Makes the second form much more tolerable for sure. And gives me 500 mana to use my invisibility with.
Yes. This guy's not that bad though. I mean, he has a lot of tells, so you know what he's gonna do.
Yep. Unlike the first form, my invisibility actually makes me feel like I can't die here.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can juggle on his head.
Yeah, and some of those down stabs, they're supposed to do less damage, but eventually if you watch the crits, eventually they go up. Like, they go up each time you crit until they hit the normal crit, 1159.
Is that a glitch, or is it meant to do that?
I don't know. It starts at 570 like it should. I mean, down stabs are supposed to do less damage, but you can see it's going up.
Yeah, it caps out at that, like, 1159.
I would keep down stabbing on him too, but he likes to move around kind of randomly, and I've died on his head before. I don't like juggling that much. I just do it when he's doing his spears.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky.
Nope, can't touch me.
Wow, that trait is amazing.
Come on, Fountain, you're embarrassing. You're supposed to be the final boss. All you do is walk back and forth.
Did you see Santa Claus fly through the background there?
Oh yeah, that can happen anywhere. That's what I was saying earlier, and it's very visible in these giant windows, but you can see that in the intro area and in the whole castle. It's the same as in the forest, except you usually can't tell because there's walls in the way.
Well, congrats on beating the boss.
Yeah, that's the end of New Game Plus 40, and thanks Jordan Kai, the assassin.
He's lucky he gets to finish the game.
I said I wasn't going to show these credits again, but here they are at 2.5 times speed, in case anybody was curious about how many times I've slain Blaze Locks or whatever. You'll notice that the tier 3 ones have been obliterated compared to all the rest, because that's all I've been fighting since New Game Plus 2. Just non-stop, tier 3, hardly ever encounter anything else.
Sounds rough.
82 flower mons and only 12 buds or something.
Infernites. I've never seen those. Some of these you can't tell the difference between them.
Their attacks are different. The Infernites charge you and explode all over the place. Yeah, that was fast.
Wow.
Painless credits now run to the exit.
I always hated that they made you watch these. Like, you can't skip this part.
There is a way. You can go back to the title menu after you've collected your money, and you will start right at this screen.
Wish I knew that.
I didn't do it here because I want to show how many errors I had. I'm sure people want to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
244. Well, I'll see you next time. I've got to save. We'll have some fun in the next update.
Bye, thanks.